Shalom.
Shalom. We want to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's name, in the name of Yahushai, His Son's only name. And in the Rakakwadash, which is the Holy Scriptures, the wisdom and understanding these scriptures, right? This is Brother Yawasab.
And Brother Iriah.
We want to say double honors to our apostles and elders of great and the stone. A salutation to the sincere Akim that's pushing the truth of the Holy Scriptures in fear and sincerity and truth. Right? So we want to go on a lesson called the pilgrimage of prophethood, right? The pilgrimage of prophethood. And the Spirit got on us, and we search the scriptures and we see that only 7 times the word pilgrim or pilgrimage was mentioned. Alright? And we're gonna go through that, and we're gonna add a few precepts to it and further break down that Israel are the only pilgrims in the scriptures, or on this earth, right?
Khan.
Read the first precept, Abu Kusha.
Yeah, this is Genesis 49 and verse 9. And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, the days of the years of my pilgrimage are 150 years.
30 years.
Yeah, 130 years. Few and evil have the days of the years of my life been, and have not attended.
Yeah, attained.
Yeah, and have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my father in the days of his pilgrimage.
See that? So Jacob, through the Spirit, right, was understood that he's a man with the Lord, that he's not in the place where he's supposed to be. Alright, and we're going to go into that word pilgrim, right? We're going to go into the definition first, and then we're going to go to the Strongs, right? Definition is one who travels especially on a journey to visit sites of religious significance. All right, yeah, because Israel is the most spiritual people, or I should say the only spiritual people that the Most High created. Every other nation is carnal. All right, it says a newcomer as still something else. Right, but let us go to the Strongs. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Slack here. 49. No, slack is 47. Gotta go back a little. 47 and 9. Yeah. And that's the Hebrew word magawar. Alright? Magawar or magar. It says sojourning place, dwelling place, sojourning a dwelling place, sojourning lifetime. It says in sense of lodging, temporary abode. Yeah, because Jacob understood that as his father and his grandfather, his forefathers, that then we are not of this earth, so to speak, right? Meaning that Eden was our first home. And Eden was like heaven on earth, right? The heaven of heavens, all right? The heaven of heavens. The Eden was the version of that. That's why in the Lord's Prayer, the Most High was saying, "Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven." So let us go back to read Exodus. Read the Exodus precept.
Yeah, Exodus 6 and verse 4. And I have also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan and the land of their pilgrimage, wherein they were scattered.
Strangers.
Yeah, wherein they were strangers.
Alright, so the Most High promised us the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage, the land that we only dwell for a piece of time until we was rooted out of the land. Wherein they were strangers. That's pretty much straight to the point. And right now we're strangers in these lands because we don't belong here. Jerusalem is our land. You know, brother. Next one, Psalms.
Yeah. This is Psalms 119 and 54. Right? It says,
Statutes.
yeah. Thy statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimage.
You see that in the house of his pilgrimage. That's what that goes back to lodging. And what lodging is, it's like you're leasing a house, you're temporarily using it, right? You're temporarily there. All right. Next precept, Pak.
Yeah, this is Hebrews 11 and verse 13. It says, these all die in faith, not having received the promises.
Alright, let me slack out. Let me just go up a bit so we get the gist of it. Alright, slack. Let me just read it real quick, Babu Kusha. Yeah, this is Hebrews 11 and verse 8. Start from 8, right? By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should receive after inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. All right, for by faith he sojourned, see, same pilgrim, same definition of being a pilgrim or pilgrimage, in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builder is what? Whose builder is maker, whose builder and maker is power, or Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. See that? That's why we're pilgrims. You see, this is spirit. I was just gonna read thing. Alright? Yeah, I was just gonna read 13. It says, therefore sprang there even of one. Oh, I jumped the gun. Verse 11, slack, yeah. Therefore, through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised, right? And that's the seed to receive the legacy of that promised land. That's why that was mentioned about Sarah, or you know, as it's translated as Sarah. So it's therefore sprang there even one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky of the multitude. All right, his son. That's talking about when Abraham was tempted. I want to say tempted, but Mosai wanted to prove his love for him if he would have sacrificed his only son. And as the sand which is by the seashore, innumerable. Verse 13. These all died. Is in mention almost all the prophets, Enoch, Adam, and so forth in the same chapter, right? That's what I mean by these all. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. And that's where Jacob got it in Genesis 4:7, because his father said, "Yo, we don't belong here. Our power, Yahweh Shemir Shai, promised us a great land." Yeah. So let's go back to precepts. Reader, 1 Peter 2 and 11.
Yeah, 1 Peter 2 and verse 11. Dear beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims.
See that? Right?
Abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul.
Yeah, so the reason why the apostle was saying Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, because we're not as the heathens. You understand? This world was made for many, but the world to come was made for few. All right, that's what he was implying. Abstain from fleshly lust, because the place where we sojourn is filthy. Right, the place where we sojourn is filthy. Right, look, we trying to do a video and a whole set of fucking nice, a whole set of, you know, wickedness going on, or what wickedness are going on and whatnot, right? Right, which war against the soul, right? So this is what we gotta endure while we in these strange lands. Read next verse out, second verse.
Here, 2nd Ezra 8 and verse 39. And I will, but I will rejoice over the
disposition,
over the disposition of the righteous, and I will remember also their pilgrimage and their salvation and their
and
reward that they shall have.
So the Most High can remember our pilgrimage and the salvation and the reward we shall have, because, you know, while we're out of our land that the Most High promises, work we doing, you know. It's work we doing. That's why we're away from home. We doing our father's business. Yahweh Shai left the father. He was away from home too. Who the world gonna call Jesus, right? So that we could do the work. And what's the work? Prophesying, breaking down strongholds. Scripture said, "Whatever we bind on earth shall be bound in heaven." So that's how we're making sure that through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, through His power, not our own, that whatever wickedness need to be bound, we need to do it on earth. And that's why the Scripture says, "Pray without ceasing," because we could always find something for bound in this wicked ass kingdom. You know? Go ahead, next precept.
Yeah, 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my words, make you ready to the battle, and in these evil be even
in those evils
be even as pilgrims upon the earth."
Yeah, so when that time come, we'll be even more pilgrims. Like that time I refer to myself as a nomad, and you know, somebody get vexed like, "You're not a nomad," and that was when I was in the world. A nomad is somebody, you know, who got no place or thing, they just keep moving. And that's what we are. We are always on the move until Yahweh Hashem Yahushai settled us and show us our place of rest. Alright? And what Baba Kusha? You want to say anything? Go to Jude 1 and 6.
Yeah, this is Jude chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, "And the angel which kept not the first estate."
And we are those angels. And the first estate, where I say the Most High give the angels. We're talking about the men the angels who the Most High put in bodies. And what's the estate we left? Eden and Jerusalem. Right? Which in Jerusalem is Eden. Next precept will prove that.
Continue there?
Yeah, go on, sure. Read back from the top though.
Yeah. And yes, Jude 6, 1 and verse 6. "And the angel which kept not the first estate, but left their own habitation."
And why it says angel? Because the word angel is malaka, if my memory serves me right, which means messenger. Alright? Which left the first estate what? But left?
Yeah. Which left the first estate, but left their own habitation.
See, own habitation, go ahead.
It says, he that reserved in everlasting change under darkness unto the judgment of is a great day.
Yeah, and the everlasting change is talking about these bodies that we in. And you know, people misinterpret the scriptures and think that it's talking about angels who they in chains. If the angels in chains, who tempting we then? Who tempting we?
Can.
So we're the angels in these bodies. This flesh is darkness, chains of darkness. Our spirit is bound to. The scriptures talk about it in Wisdom of Solomon. I believe it's 15:9 or 9:15, talking about how the earthly tabernacle presses down the soul. All right. Now go to Hebrews 4 and 5.
Hebrews 4 and verse 5. And in this place again,
Slack here, you gotta read up a bit. Read from 3.
Hebrews 4 and verse 3. For we which have believed do enter into the rest.
That's talking about the elect, alright? The elect. But the 2/3 of Israel will be destroyed, but it will come back because the Most High promised it to Abraham and his seed and his seed, and that he would multiply them as the stars of heaven and the sand of the sea. Go ahead,
As he said, as I have shown in my wrath,
sworn.
Yeah, as I have sworn in my wrath, if they shall enter into my rest, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world.
Yeah, and that goes back to when the Most High was preparing that place for us. Whether?
For he speak in a certain place of the seventh day.
That's talking about Eden, all right? Because the 7th day talking about the first Sabbath.
On this wise, and Yahweh did rest the 7th day from all his work.
Verse 5.
Verse 5. And in this place again,
go ahead.
If they shall enter into my rest.
Good. In this place again, if they shall enter into my rest. That's talking about Eden, right? Eden is the place of our rest with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right? And with that, I can say anything?
No.
And with that, we pray that this lesson was edifying. We want to say Tawadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakodash, putting the spirit on us to do this lesson. Shalom Akim, tuning time. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the apostle of greatness.
Shalom.
Shalom.